Hello, everyone. So, I actually know a super spy who works for the Department of Homeland Security. I can't give his actual full name. I'm just going to call him Louis throughout these videos. And he made a suggestion after watching my YouTube videos, and that is that I should do an iMovie tutorial just on the skills, if you will, of how to do basic video editing. Now, these tutorials, they're just designed for the basic person who's been voluntold, so to speak, that you're going to have to give a video or media presentation of some sort, and you're starting from square one. You don't know what you're doing or anything like that. Now, let me tell you what these tutorials are not. These tutorials are not for people who are, let us say, expert level editors or anything like that. If you've been doing this a couple years, been vlogging and everything like that, this doesn't really apply to you. This is just for the beginners. So let's dig in and let's have some fun. This tutorial will be one of the easiest and quickest, but it will also be the most useful. Hello everyone. So sometimes when you're doing investigative work, you're going to need to export a website. Now some people might say, why not just take a screenshot of a website? Why not just, in addition to taking a screenshot, why not just bookmark it? Well, sometimes you can't because they'll alter the site and you need how it was present in the moment. So the best way to do that is to export as a PDF. So you would export as a PDF. Now, this has got to be a bit obnoxious to look at if you're viewing it on a small device, right? So, how about now? Cool trick, but how'd I do it? Alright, so first thing is first, we're going to import our non-cropped footage, and you can see it's titled Original Non-Cropped Footage. A lot of people have given themselves hell by coming up with very weird, very odd names for things. Okay, so first step we got to do is drag this down to the timeline. Alright, now because volume doesn't really matter, I'm going to turn the volume all the way down on this. You don't really have to. And strangely enough, the first thing we've got to really do for the entire clip, I just learned this actually today, is we've got to hit fit to capture this menu up here, or else it won't capture the file and stuff like that. Just learned that today while doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, of course, expand and play the footage here. And I'll pause it when I get to a point where we're going to need to use our crop. Okay. So I'm going to insert a split clip here. And in fact, let me zoom in, make this easier on myself. I'm going to go back up to crop here. That, and I'm going to hit crop to fill, and I still want the menus up at the top to be visible, obviously, or else this tutorial goes for naught. I'm going to be a bit tricky sometimes to do that. So we're going to kind of come in here. We want to actually make the drop down menu the sort of star here. And if we can get this tighter, we'll actually try. And yeah, voila. So here is the consequence then of that. You can see actually much better here. But we are going to pause it after a second here because this menu is going to disappear. So this is actually what we wanted. So we're going to do a split clip. and we're going to go back to fit, and we're going to let this play for just a split second here so people have some context, and then we're going to go to split clip, and then we're going to do the crop to fill, and we want to make the this stand out, obviously. So, sorry, crop to fit here. Zoom in to what we can, you know, and in particular, look at how small, you know, this is. You can barely see it. Shrink this down to what we can. Okay, and now from the, you know, where we're playing, should be much easier to see if you're doing this from a very tiny screen. And surely enough, that's the effect we want. Of course, we don't want it all the way here, so we're going to take this back to, you know, where this disappears at. Play from there, just doing some fine tuning. Split clip again. And then fit. And that's it. Again, these are good for when you're dealing with people who are going to have to be watching your tutorials from very small devices such as tablets and whatnot. So do keep this in mind as you're presenting and as you're doing, you know, like conferences and all that other stuff. Then we just do the normal setup, you know, the share file and whatnot that I taught you actually in the previous tutorials. So I'm not actually going to go all the way through and do that, because like I said, I did it in the previous tutorial, and everyone can have a nice day.